Hello, YouTube. Psychotic Clown again. This is going to be a little bit more dour of a video. This may be, boy, this camera is kind of weird. This may be the beginning of a lawsuit. So, who knows? This may wind up in court as evidence. So, if this seems a little bit more measured, that's why. So, I'm going to start by saying this. I've no problem with name calling, insulting. I've been called everything in the book, and when they got done doing that, they started making up stuff. All right, I grew up with a speech impediment. I know insults. I know how it goes. All right, I have no problem. Cuss me out, fine. I don't care. Insult anything about me, go for it. I don't care. But there's been a rumor that's come to my attention, and I don't have a lot of information yet about it. If any of you want to assist me in figuring this out, I would appreciate it greatly. I could use your help figuring this out. It's a very horrible rumor. It's a vicious rumor. It's unconscionable that anyone would even think of spreading a rumor like that. And I'm not going to say what that rumor is, but I'm going to say this. To me, it rises to the level of slander and libel, as well as defamation of character. And I'm not going to take any civil legal action yet. However, if my intel and people who I can consult with can reliably indicate to me that this rumor is being spread about me, then it will be in court. Guaranteed. Because I will not tolerate a slanderous, libel-laden, horrible rumor of that magnitude and that nature to be spread. Cuss me out, question everything about me, insult me, that's fine. I don't care. Go for it. Have fun. I'll just do a rhetorical analysis of your insults and maybe get a good chuckle and be done with it. But if you, and I'm about to address people, and you know who you are. You're probably watching this right now thinking, oh, we got him mad. That's funny. Ha ha ha. Well, guess what? I'm not mad. I'm disgusted. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you know what I'm talking about, this rumor, and if you are spreading this rumor, I will file a lawsuit against you for slander or libel, or both. It is that simple. To spread such a vicious, hateful rumor about anyone is beyond my comprehension. Then again, look at the people in the psych ward that I deal with. And I think it is, shall we say, Sneaky J who's behind it. Now, I'm going to get into something about that nickname Sneaky J, and I think he'll understand why. I know his real name, first and last. He has a nickname. I'm not going to go into what that nickname is. I gave him a nickname, and then I modified that nickname for the sake of YouTube. So his real name is under 3 layers of pseudonyms. And I do that because he's a private person. And in the United States, the legal standard for libel and slander is if you are a private person, it is easier to prove libel or slander than if you are a public figure, i.e., if you're in the limelight. And I think talking about what the limelight is and how it works is probably is a good way of explaining it. Back in the old days, in the theaters, they had spotlights, and apparently they were powered with lime. Somehow I don't know, the spotlights were powered with lime or something. And so the star of the show on the stage would have this spotlight powered by lime pointed at the star. That's where being in the limelight comes from. If you're standing in that limelight, that means not only are you on the stage, but you are also out in front of everyone, and you're willingly there. And that is why legally in the United States, it's harder to prove libel or slander if you're in the limelight as a public figure, i.e., politician or a celebrity. A private citizen, on the other hand, it's a lot easier to prove libel or slander because, well, you're one of those people in the dark crowd and just one of a bunch of people. You blend in. You're a private citizen. You're not on the stage. You're just a face in a crowd of faces. And so it's easier to prove libel and slander in that case. So those are the legal standards, at least in the United States. Outside of the U.S., if you're watching this, if you want to comment, just kind of, we can talk about what the legal standards are outside of the U.S. and have a fascinating discussion. But suffice to say, the information I have right now, it's very tentative. It needs to be evaluated. I'm not quite sure, but there's been enough of a persistent amount of tentative information to indicate that something is going on, and it's not pleasant. And therefore, it bears further looking into. Of course, within the legal guidelines, as in complete compliance with the state of Utah's laws on doing investigations as a private citizen, as well as just being a good person and not being too bad. But suffice to say, if there is anything that's going to bubble up to the surface, and if there is enough that bubbles up to the surface, I will be filing a lawsuit in civil court against the people who may or may not be responsible for this unconscionable rumor. You can call me a snowflake. That's fine. I don't care. I know that's just desperation. That's just really embarrassing yourself. You can call me overly sensitive. You can call me a drama queen. But if you knew, and I think there are some people who do know, who are watching this, who do know what this rumor is that's being spread. And I'm talking to you, Sneaky J. Yeah, in the psych ward. Yeah, and if any of you do know Sneaky J, send them this video. And I would even welcome a nice little chat with the guy. We can sit down, we can work out our differences, and we can press forward. I would much rather do it than go to court. But if Sneaky J wants to keep doing this and if his underlings want to keep doing it, and that's what my initial intel is indicating. Now, is that the case? I don't know. Maybe it's specious intel, maybe it's legitimate. I don't know. It's going to take some further assessment and further looking into first. But if that is the case, well, let's just say that some people are going to be getting knocks on their doors from law enforcement. And when they answer said door, they're going to be handed some papers, subpoenas to appear in court, civil court, and defend themselves in a lawsuit about libel, slander, and defamation of character. And the plaintiff of that lawsuit will be yours truly. I don't want it to go that far, but if it does go that far, I will be more than happy to let a judge sort this out. Then again, the people who may or may not be involved can just stop doing it. Then it just goes away, and we all forget that it ever happened, and we just press on with our lives. So, anyways, I'm coming up on almost 12 minutes now. All right. That's all I got to say. Okay. Bye.